They often say that to meet the right person, you have to be the right person yourself. And I didn't really quite understand that until I went through so many things in my life, especially in relationships, that led me to this goal that everything that I want to experience, I have to be that energy myself. And this is so crucial. A lot of us, we suffer from toxic relationships, or we can't get to where we want because we are in this cycle that seeking the right person is the hunt and seeking the right person is the ultimate goal. As someone who has been in so many dates and relationships, from partners to partners, from friendships to friendships, it doesn't work. Even if that person is right for you, but if you don't embody that similar energy, you guys are not going to work out. If you want a secure and healthy relationship, you have to be secure and healthy yourself. Because even if the person can give you the most security that you ever thought you needed in the world, if you can't receive that, if you're not at this frequency where you align with such, you're gonna lose it. So this is what I had to experience from so many breakups, so many failures. I was operating out of insecurity, fear of losing, and anxious attachment style. In the last few months, I've navigated so many traumas and so many unhealed parts of myself to really know that to become secure, you have to transform the way that you think, and you have to transform your beliefs that you need to find the right person to have an abundant and healthy relationship. And instead, you have to learn to be the right person so that you can create healthy relationships. We need to start normalizing becoming what we want to receive. Like in this world, energy we have to exchange. This person can't be giving you that forever. You have to be someone who can give that person love and security as well. But how can we give if we're operating out of an incomplete and unhealed version of ourselves? No one is going to be able to fulfill you for the long run. We have to learn to be that person who can provide ourselves so that we can also provide in a relationship, and it can be a healthy, mutually beneficial relationship, mutually loving relationship. To transform from insecure to abundant, you have to first learn about what kind of attachment style you have in your relationships. I've read many books, but one of it that I really recommend is this book called Attached, and it has really helped me navigate through my attachment style in my relationships. I think that a lot of us, we don't even know what energy we're embodying in a relationship, neither do we know our attachment style. So it's really hard to work on ourselves to even move on to the next step if we don't even know ourselves. Instead of asking what kind of partner you want, ask what kind of partner you are. And what kind of partner do you want to be? Do you envision yourself to be before you meet the right person? It was until I stopped wanting to seek for the right people and started to be the person that I want for myself. I started to attract the people that want to do the same thing as me. I started to attract the partner that I want, that want to also create healthy and abundant relationships like me. The most helpful thing that I think I learned throughout all of my relationships and failures in my life was that you have to stop seeking outside. You have to start seeking inside. Everything that you have that you seek is within yourself. You just haven't unlocked it. I have seen so many couples around me. I've also experienced a lot myself in relationships to know for a fact that even if you meet someone who can give you the world, who can be a prince charming, but if you don't be your own security and you don't be your own sense of sanctuary, that person is gonna run away from you. So if you're operating out of a lack frequency, yes, at first, oh yeah, you may be lucky and then you meet someone who's so great to you and who gives you princess treatment. But if you don't reciprocate, you don't learn to give back, and then you just keep taking, he's gonna get tired and he's gonna run away from you. In order to really have long-term, healthy, mutually abundant relationships, we have to learn to be abundant ourselves. And being abundant is not something that happens forever. Obviously, we're all gonna be in this state where we're lacking sometimes and we're abundant sometimes, but at least you have to take accountability for your decisions in your life. If you meet someone and your relationship didn't work out and you just keep thinking that, oh, it's because he wasn't good enough for me. And yes, he may not have been good enough for you, but have you asked how you can be better enough for yourself first? If you build a sense of security and you have that tendency to work on yourself instead of wanting the world to work for you, you're gonna be the master of your mind and you're gonna have control over your life instead of things controlling you. I had a victim mindset and I was in a loophole of constant negativity, thinking that the world doesn't love me, the world is unfair to me because I didn't have what it takes. I didn't learn to love myself and I didn't learn to prioritize my well-being. Instead, of wanting people to love me and care for me. You can't promise people being in your life forever, but you can promise your own forever by committing to yourself, by healing yourself, by becoming who you want to be, by showing up for yourself, by loving yourself. What is being a main character of your life? Being a main character of your life means that you are in control of your realities and you can change your outcomes, and we can always change it. There is a reason why people heal from stage 4 cancer. There is a reason why people go from like a poor and bankrupt person to a wealthy person again. Because they choose to change the narratives of their life. They choose to be the creator of their life. And all of us here, we can be the creator of our lives. If we stop being a victim, if we start to take accountability and be responsible for our actions, for our mistakes, for our past, and stop living in our past and live in the present and do something about ourselves in the present. Change the way that you think, change the way that you act, change the way that you do things, change your habits. And yes, it's gonna be tough, but choose your tough. Staying in your comfort zone is also tough. Does it really feel good to see people creating things that you want, yet you never want to do it for yourself because you think that you are not capable of doing it? We are all capable of doing it. We harness the strengths that any other person can. If I can do it, so can you. Yes, we may grow up differently. Yes, we may be given different things. But we can learn to give ourselves things that we want, because no one is going to give you forever. Some people, they say that, oh, life is unfair, you grew up this way and I didn't, that's why I can't be like you. But no, this is an excuse, because there are so many people who grow up in situations and circumstances that weren't given the same things, but yet they excel even higher. They even achieve greater heights in their life because they choose to. Everything is a choice. It's never what you're given. You can choose to be different. You can choose to want different. You can choose to do different. But it has to start from you acknowledging that, and being accountable for everything in my life has brought me so far in my life, and that has served as my greatest turning point and why I'm able to be happy today now, why I'm able to be secure and fulfilled now. And at least even if now I face challenges, I will trust myself and I won't be so afraid anymore, because I know that I have what it takes, and I know that I'm blessed by the universe, and I know that I am able to go through things because I'm capable. I love myself, I take care of myself, and I will work on understanding myself. Even if things don't work out, I'm gonna ask myself why and what I can do about it, instead of thinking, oh, it's unfair. People have things that I don't. And it's easier to think that way. But trust me when I say that if you just learn to change your victim mindset to abundant mindset and growth mindset, and learn about what you don't have and work towards it, you're gonna see that your life is gonna transform, because you are now the creator of your reality. The way that you think shapes your reality. So if you choose to think in a lack mindset, you're gonna create lack. If you choose to operate out of an abundant mindset, you're gonna attract abundance. Don't be afraid of changing yourself. Don't be afraid to be strong for yourself. Don't be afraid to be independent, because it doesn't mean that when you're independent now, you won't have people who are gonna love you. Sometimes you also need people to be there for us, but at least you won't only feed on that. You will also know that that is a bonus in your life, and you won't take it for granted. So many people, they can't appreciate things that they're not grateful because they are overly reliant on things and people. They're not independent enough themselves. But when you start to also be full for yourself, and when you attract people who give you things, you're able to receive them better, because you are not operating out of you being needy and needing that person to do this for you forever, but instead you learn to appreciate it. Oh, today my boyfriend bought me flowers, and I appreciate it, instead of wanting him to buy you flowers every day. And then one day when he doesn't buy you flowers, you're sad. When you know how to buy yourself flowers, when people give you flowers, it's a bonus, it's not a need. And it's really different when you operate out of that kind of energy, because people want to give you more, because you're overflowing, you're abundant. And the biggest thing that I was so worried about, will people stop loving me now because I'm too independent? But no. That is the greatest lie that my mind told me, because now when I learn to love myself, people love me even more, and people want to show up more because I can give back to them instead of them needing to give me everything that I was lacking. It's actually really scary. Like, can you imagine being in that situation where this person, just because he or she is a really needy person, and every single day you need to feed their neediness and lack? How long will that run? I'm saying all this not to change who you are. I'm saying all this because having this mindset changed my reality, and I know that so many people who click into my video, they want to know how they can also experience abundance and healthy relationships in their life. And I'm learning to embody more of that, and I just want to give my audience this sharing because I know that if I can do it, so can you. And I want anyone who watches my video to know that you can also experience things like this. You can experience abundance if you choose to be abundant yourself. But if you don't choose to be abundant and then you go cry in your room thinking why you don't have what you think you want, and you go envy people on social media, what good does that do to you? It doesn't do you anything good. You're not the main character of your life. And we can all be the main character of our life if we step up for ourselves, if we just have the courage to pursue what we want in our wildest dreams. And it has to start from you being the main character of your dream. I started to manifest everything that I want in my life when I learned that I can easily have the beliefs that will change my narratives. And I stopped relying on people and things to give me a sense of fulfillment, a sense of love, a sense of happiness, but rather I ask myself, what can I do to fulfill myself right now? What can I do to change about myself? To change your life, to transform insecure to abundant. The key is really to embody what you want from others in yourself. Embody it. And trust me when I say that when you start to embody love and abundance, and when you start to work on your lack and change your lack to abundant, you're gonna see life-changing realities. Start to work on yourself, heal your inner child, and every single time from now, if you see yourself having that habit, you catch your mind telling you things like, oh, I'm not feeling secure, so I want security from my boyfriend. No, tell yourself, okay, I'm not feeling secure. I can communicate to him about me not being secure, but what can I do to make myself feel secure? Why do I feel insecure? So many people, we like to ask people questions. We're so curious about other people, but why aren't you curious about yourself? We should be as curious as ourselves as we are about the rest of the world. We're gonna be there for ourselves forever. So if you don't make your mind and you don't make living in your own reality a safe place to be for yourself, what do you want to do then? Do you really want to live life and when someone treats you well, one day you're gonna feel good, and when someone treats you differently and you're now empty? What's the point of that? It's okay if you realize that you have been this person in your life, but trust me when I say that you too can heal. The reason why I talk about all this in my videos is to always remind people that there's always hope, there is always light in yourself, and to be the creator of your life, because being the creator of my life entirely transformed my life. I'm now closer to all of my visions and dreams and goals. And I hope that any one of you watching can also get that for yourself and also experience your own success story in your own way, and know that success always comes from within, and love always comes from yourself before you can attract the kind of love that you want on the outside. I just bless all of you watching this, that we can all be in this journey to embrace all of our imperfections and yet still have the strength and courage to work on a better version of ourselves and to create our dream life and our dream realities. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Love, light, and limitless possibilities always. Bye!